Hello, hello, hello. How you going, everybody? Thank you very much for joining me. You're with the Train Sim World OG from the land down under and former Train Sim World contest winner for 2023, Deutsche Bahn week 16. How are we doing? Welcome aboard to Midweek World of Trains, the midweek extravaganza that has been around since Train Sim World 2 era. You're with the Train Sim World OG, the Aussie Don. G'day to you from Sydney, Australia. We've got a class 805. Yes. Now you're probably wondering, huh? How you got it already? Well, guess what? This is a mod. This is not the actual one that's coming out. I can confirm that. So this is the mod one that's been out on the West Coast Mainline timetable for quite some time. So just to clarify that one, and also to let you guys know, we have updated our logo a little bit. Look at that. It's spinning around, isn't it? Look at that. Full 3D. So I thought I'll share that one with you guys tonight. And yeah. So without further ado, let's get inside. Obviously, this is going to be completely different. We've got all this area here with the writing and everything, and the other one, and there's a few different things going for it. Obviously, we know about the passenger behaviour problems on this route. We don't have to get into it. We know the deal. I've actually stated my case actually on the chat actually on the live stream coming up, the preview that's happening in the early hours in the morning our time. So you can see this is obviously the mod version, but yeah, got a little bit of a walk through. We're going to be a little bit late. That doesn't matter. So you can see there the writing and hello and welcome aboard the Eleni and Azuma seat. It's they reckon it's the Azuma. So yeah, there's you can tell the difference straight away. But anyway, it's part of the West Coast Mainline mod, and obviously tonight's preview you'll see from Dovetail. They'll obviously probably try to buy it, try to sell you the product and everything, and they probably ignore your concerns about the route. Hopefully they will answer them, because I won't be around at the time they're recording, live streaming. Obviously it's going to be on too early for me, but anyway, I'd love to see somebody get in the chat and actually ask them the question. When are you going to do something about fixing the passenger behaviour, not just the texture problems? Especially for this route. Like Euston Station being naked is terrible. It's a London station. It's a high-end hub, especially now with the HS2 development. It's going to be even bigger. It's going to become one of the big hubs, even though we know that I'm not sure if they're going to Euston in the second part, are they? But we know eventually HS2 will go to Euston, so it's going to be a major one of the another. I know there's a few major hubs in London with the trains and that, but this one obviously because of HS2, it's going to be a really big hub, isn't it? It's going to be very similar to the channel, like the original HS1 at London St Pancras. Anyway. Okay, so get involved in our live chat, open to subscribers only, and keep it clean, keep it mean, you know what I mean?
Valvoline, you know what I mean.
Alright. Just to let you guys know that, especially people like Rodney, this is a live stream. This is not a uploaded video premiere. Just had to clarify with Rodney actually about the chat. He says his chat was missing or something. I think the moderators might have blocked your chat for a bit because you continuously replying with the same comments all the time, and they're probably classifying it as a spam, suspicious activity. So that's probably where they've what's happened. So that's out of my control because yeah, that's done by my team of experts. Something I forgot to do. G'day Connor, how you going? Yeah, I seen your comment about the Dawson. Appreciate it. I actually seen Dawson's haulage up on the highway this afternoon. Actually, I did another truck spotting trip this afternoon. I'm doing a episode coming up next week on the channel. That's actually going to be a first for anything that we've done for truck. Actually, we did one like this last year, actually, but we did it on one day. Throughout the month of January, I've been, not only while I've been in the van and been on the bus and everything, I've been not only just doing shorts, but I'm actually been doing snippets of for a full-length episode. So we are doing our first ever on the road episode of Don's Truck Spotting Australia on the road in Sydney is coming up on our channel. So yeah, trucks I've seen while I've been in the bus, in the van with my dad, and yeah, so it's been over the course of the last couple of weeks. I've been grabbing footage in all different parts of Sydney. Mainly here in the western suburbs of Sydney. The southwest of Sydney as well, up around Green Valley and Hoxton Park and Preston and Abbotsford and Weville Park and Horsley Park and Eastern Creek and Huntingwood, and there's plenty other spots as well. So Minchinbury, another one, St. Mary's, of course. So yeah, there's it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So that episode's coming up next week, but our next episode is actually the M7 motorway again. I was up there today at Quakers Hill. So this is the second adventure for 2026 at Quakers Hill, and to match our second adventure at Kings Park a couple of days ago. So yeah, I managed to do that this afternoon after I finished with my daughter, and went up to there. Seen a thread go through as well, and I've seen some new ones as well. Some new curtain-sided brands and whatnot. So yeah, there was a few interesting designs out there today, actually. So yeah, lots of fun. But I feel like I got sunburned because I didn't have my sunscreen with me, and it's quite hot out there again today in Sydney. It's not as hot as it's going to be on the weekend. It's going to get up to almost 40 again. So 110 Fahrenheit almost. Anyway, so we're on the mod version of the Class 805. The preview for the official Class 805 DLC can confirm next Wednesday, midweek World of Trains, Class 805 special. Looking forward to it. We're not only going to bring it here on the West Coast Main Line, we're going to go on the West Coast Main Line. We're going to go on other parts of the West Coast Main Line, Birmingham Cruise section. We're going to take it on there. And we're going to take it on here, of course. But we're going to be doing it on the on that part of the route as well. And we'll see how we go for time. We might even throw it on for a little run on the. We're not going to do the full length because the full length's like an hour and a half. But we're going to take it on the northern section. It's not fully north. It's not fully north. We're talking Motherwell, Glasgow, up through that way if it's north. So we have the Class 807 coming later this year as well. It's going to be great. Looking forward to that. The question remains now: what is still going to be the first route of the year? I still think it's a Great Western Railway remaster. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets released in a couple more weeks. I would hope that they concentrate more on fixing the problems before that, though. I think that this is actually the first time in the history of Train Sim World we've actually had a train, not a route release in the month of January. I do believe that is a first of all time, and I think it's the first time in history at the start of a year of Train Sim World that we've had not a route release first. So yeah, there's going to be some first evers from Dovetail, and is it good signs? Well, you would have hoped that they would have fixed the problems with the passengers on this route, like I explained at the start, before they released the Class 805. But like I said, if you're on the stream later on, like in the early hours of the morning here in Australia, if you're on the stream, please ask them the question: when are you going to get around to fixing the passenger behaviour problems, the passengers not spawning? And if this has been talked about for way too long now, it needs to. We need answers. We need a fix. We know that texture problems are a major problem as well, but so is passengers. Speeding. Shite! It's actually quite warm in the studio tonight. I'm just going to grab the air conditioner. I think I'm right at the moment. I know it's around quite well. Hey, my team made the Big Bash final in the cricket. Mighty Scorchers. Yeah, I thought I was going for money last night, actually. I actually stopped watching it. when I seen the score and yeah, I was like, the amount of wickets we're losing, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna sit here and watch this. And I actually went and done some American Truck Simulator footage. By the way, folks, I have made the decision. We're going to experiment for the next couple of weeks with our American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2 uploaded videos. We're not going to do premieres of our American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2 content for the next couple of weeks. So I can confirm behind the scenes there actually is, if you go to the playlist of American Truck Simulator, you will see that there is 2 other upcoming videos for American Truck Simulator. So I advise you guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting up on our community wall the times of when they're going to be shown on the channel. And I can confirm tomorrow, there was going to be one at 4 p.m, but I'm actually going to change that now to 6 p.m. So at 6 p.m. tomorrow night, Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 5:30 p.m. South Australia, 5 p.m. Western Australia, 5 p.m. South Australia, Queensland, I should apologise, 5 p.m. Queensland, and 3 p.m. In Perth, Western Australia. We will be premiering our next American Truck Simulator uploaded video. It won't be a premiere, sorry, I do apologise. It will be a straight up, it'll be shown on the channel. You'll be able to watch it at 1440p straight up, off the bat. And the same goes with Friday's one. Friday, there's currently one. I don't think I'm going to get time to put another one up. I've got 4 days off. I'm going to be in the studio for over the weekend and everything, so I've got to, you know, concentrate on cracking down a lot on the Euro Truck Simulator Road Network pack, to be honest, because we are getting closer to the February now, and I want to get this released in the first half of February. So I'm going to be cracking a lot of that whip on that over the long weekend. But I'm going to be doing footage as well for both American Truck and Euro Truck. So I will let you guys know in our community wall when they do start showing on the channel. But you will expect it will be around the same time factor that it normally is, you know, in the afternoons here in Australia. So that's that side of things. In regards to our Train Sim World live streams, we're still currently only on the 1 per week. So Midweek World of Trains is technically now the only stream that we do for Train Sim World, unless a DLC releases on a Friday, and you know, if I'm here, I'll do it, you know, on the Friday evening. But yeah, at the moment it's more of a case of you know, it's just a Wednesday. Shall I get rid of the camera? There we go. Don't forget our live chat is subscribers only, and g'day to our regulars. Welcome aboard. If you're new to our YouTube channel, welcome back to, welcome to the station. There is a gate at the station. You must swipe your card by clicking that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Get your Oyster card out, Opal card out, whatever card you got in your local. You might be still having the ticket system, who knows? You might be just jumping the train. You might be riding the side of the train, who knows? You might be a drifter and you'll be jumping on the back of a freight train and riding those hoppers. Who knows? $18 miles to London, Euston.
You're on midweek World of Trains with the Godfather.
Can confirm that we have all the mods activated on this route. We're obviously doing this on the West Coast Mainline mod timetable. And also, one of the many mod timetables, I should say, and timetables that this route has. This is the original OG mod timetable. And here comes some freight. Here we go. Beautiful. Look at this. That's a beautiful container mod. Or the branding. I'm going to give that a save now, actually, because sometimes it does crash around this area. Coming up to Walford Junction. Just a reminder, folks, that this Class 805 is the original mod version that has been released in a part of the original OG West Coast Mainline South modded timetable. The brand new Train Simworld Class 805 will be releasing next Wednesday morning here in Australia. On PC Steam around 5 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. 4 a.m. on Queensland time, and around 4:30 a.m. on South Australia, and around 2 a.m. on Western Australia time. Epic Games will be a couple hours earlier than that, and console will be on the evening of the 27th. This is the mod version, Dragon. It's not the DLC mod version. But I've had the mod version since it's been released, and yeah, I've been calling for this officially for quite some time. I'm really looking forward to the 807 as well. And that section of the West Coast Mainline, obviously, that's the missing piece of the puzzle. There's still a couple of missing pieces of the puzzle. I really hope that All Aboard Studios actually does the north section with Glasgow via Motherwell next up. But to be honest, I'm really sick of them announcing new routes and stuff. I really want them to just bucket down and really get these issues really sorted out once and for all. Like, it's just gone on for way too long. If they really listened to Colonel Thaler all those years ago, you know, he warned them. He warned them back in the TSW2 era. He warned them, you know, about the memory issues and everything they're going to run into later on. And did they take his advice? No, they fired him. No, they fired him. So, even though that's not, you know, been officially, you know, announced by them or Colonel Thaler himself or anything, that's just my theory. Because I remember when he said it. Oh yeah, you know as well as I do. So we don't have to keep on, you know, dragging on about it. We know. All the money spent at the end of the day. Unfortunately, when you're running a business, you have to be a bastard. Sometimes, but it's not the right way of really going about things. Well, I've always had high hopes of fixing, you know, things being, you know, moving out and everything, but I've said this numerous times anyway with multiple releases of Train Sim. Well, you don't really reap the benefits until at least, you know, 18 months to 2 years down the track after the release. And that's when you sort of notice that they start running better and the performances are better and the fixes it seems to, yeah, just each DLC route that's been released has been like that. There's still cases of problems with old stuff, like I'm not going to lie about it. It is what it is. We've got more things to really be excited about this year. Obviously, Forza Horizon, Japan. That's going to be absolutely awesome. And I don't think GTA is going to release this year, to be honest. But it would be nice to actually finally get a concrete, you know, drop of it, you know. But you know, I'm pretty much say to you guys that 99% of the community knows it's going to fall into the category of being released in the year 2030 the way it's going. Yeah, I hope they actually pull the trigger on the passenger edition. We know that's going to be a separate mod. Obviously, they're going to cash in on that. I hope they do the 91 as well. Isn't there a class? There's an 89. Isn't it the 90 on one end and it's the 89 on the other? I'm pretty certain that there was another class on the other end and the 90 was on the other. So I got the Armstrong Powerhouse version of it, and yeah, it's quite an awesome train. The Swallow. Yeah, 91. That's the one. Actually, I want the APT. That's what I want. I want the tilt. One of the world's first tilted mechanism trains. I know it's got a controversial history, and it, you know, it had cracks and stuff. So I'm such a fan of that on Train Sim Classic. So yeah, I'd love to see that. To be honest, if there was going to be a Pro Range UK train, that would be the one I would go for. Or the class 90 passenger would be the pro range option too. I would say that the passenger class 90, 91, and or the APT as a pro range entry for UK would be absolutely fantastic. It's not a 91 APT. I think it's a crew to Carzo. Oof. Yeah, I think Glasgow via Motherwell. I'm trying to think where it goes to on the Train Sim Classic version. I know it goes through via Motherwell. And it is quite a long route on Train Sim Classic. I think it's the border crossing. It goes over from Scotland to England. I know that particular session. I know it's the West Coast Main Line North. I know it's called that in Train Sim Classic. It's actually quite an old route. Actually, if you play it with the original settings in it, like the original graphics and everything, it's quite dull and everything. But if you obviously use RW Render 2 or Pro or anything like that, and it just, yeah, it's great. Like, for instance, I tried Reshade here just over a week ago here on Train Sim World. I went to do an uploaded video with the Reshade activated and everything. The game looked just absolutely off the chain in Reshade. It was rich. It was just wow. It was like mind blowing. The shadows were just perfect. The light, like there was no flickering or anything going on with the canopies or anything. There was no, like, flicking was just completely gone. It was just absolutely stunning. But unfortunately, when I went to press record, my frames and skip frames went through the roof. It was just terrible. So yeah, it's way too much strain for the PC. It's just, yeah. I was so spewing because, yeah, it just looks so good. That's what I'm using on Train Sim. I'm using Nivea Reshade on American Truck and Euro Truck now. And I wish Dovetail would pull the trigger actually on using Nivea Reshade. But when you put the reshade and everything on, you can see already how much color gets actually washed out of a game. Like, yeah, I don't know. I like things like that. I just make it look brighter and not so much brighter, but more colourful. Nah, it won't start in London. That's just too far. It'll be a section. It'll be a section exactly like they've done now. See, All Aboard Studios are pushing the limits on this next route section of the West Coast Main Line. Obviously, they're going through Rugby, which is a big station, and there's a lot of stuff going on around Rugby as well with the with all the slidings and everything. Unfortunately, I think they're going to be pretty naked, to be honest, folks. I don't think there's going to be much stuff stalling on the sides. I think it's because of the memory thing. But this is going to really push the game's limits hardcore. And then you got a few other stations along there, which are big hubs as well. Obviously, Cruise there again. That's a big hub. I don't know. I think that this particular route, this part of the West Coast Main Line, I'm hoping it's in this era, but I've just really got my sneaky suspicions it's going to fall into Train Sim World 7, and I'm really considering not getting it at launch. I've been saying this before, and I pull the trigger anyway, but I am really considering this time not doing it, because mainly because of my life, like what I'm got doing outside my video gaming and everything now, and I've got plans to go around Australia more so this year. But here we are at Euston, the Naked Gun 2.0, I should say, or the Naked Gun 4.0, or the never-ending story of the Euston, the ghost of Euston. The ghost of Euston. Here we go. We'll just leave that. The ghost of Euston. No passengers. I reckon they haven't fixed it, because looking at the photos, there's no passengers on the platform. I see a lot of people are turning it down already and saying no. And I need to go up more. It's not going to let me stop there. APT is a route, is it? Okay. Sure what's going on here. Okay, seems to be a problem here. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll soon find out when we get to the 720. Oh, there we go. All right, so we just have to wait for that the click over. So that was the do note if you just joined us. This is the modded version of the Class 805 that we just done right now. It's not the one that's coming out in the DLC. So do note that. We have done the West Coast Main Line South section modded timetable. Okay. So there we have it. Nice gold medal there in the end. is currently hot in summer. Yes, it is. We've just actually had quite a crazy weather events here in Australia. We had cyclones up in North Queensland. We've had flash flooding here in Sydney. We've had bad fires in Victoria, and then we've had we're having shark attacks now, where all the bull sharks are coming in, and yeah, people are going out and they're getting bitten. I'm not sure what's happened today, but over the last couple days, there's been 4 shark attacks. I'm not sure about today, but yeah, it's been terrible. So it's one thing after the other. And then we've got a heat wave coming up again this weekend, and there's been apparently another prediction of another bad thunderstorm. It's summer. Welcome to Australia. Not only just snakes and spiders and all kinds of things and creepy crawlies, it's yeah, the wonderful world of... you try being in Queensland, there's like big hailstones like the size of a cricket ball. Or baseball. Yes. Not the size of Tom Brady's head, no. Alright. Let's head back to the main menu. Okay, there it is, Metro Rivals. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm probably not going to pull the trigger on it at launch. I really want to see feedback and everything from everybody before I do pull the trigger, because just no one dovetails history. So, let me get myself in here. Alright. Oh, that's Neviga Dresden. Stuttgart. Here we go, class Fee-2-2-E, Fee-T-Flui-Flea. Actually, that's the one I want. Actually, we'll do that one. This one. Bit of light cloud. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's coming over from West. It's coming over from Perth. Actually, there was a prediction. I think it was it today for today or the next few days. Somewhere in Western Australia, it was predicted to get to 50 degrees, and the record here in Australia, I think, was 50 Celsius 0.7, almost 51 Celsius. So yeah, not nice at all. That's like Death Valley. Let's get up and running. There's 5 servers. So we don't need Castaway, we need that one. Passenger lights. Done. Invasion Day. Yep. Yeah, it sounds like the couple of weekends ago that we had, where it was 40, 45 degrees, 44, 45 degrees. And then, yeah, the week, like this last weekend gone by, was a complete opposite. And you wonder why people get sick. I'm probably going to be on for a couple hours tonight, folks, so it won't be as long as it normally is, like almost the 3 hours, well, close to the 3 hours we normally do. So I've only just gotten home, and yeah, I only had like 30 minutes between, you know, getting in the house and having to do this. I haven't even had my tea, so I got to get in and still cook something. So yeah, a couple hours tonight, so we should be finished around about local time 9 p.m. Sydney time. So but we're with you guys for a big one next Wednesday. So we're going to be with you guys for around about 3 hours next week. So that'll be Class 805 action. I wouldn't be drinking the pool weather like that too much, Connor. Don't drink the pool. Everybody else needs to swim. Slip, slop, slap. Actually, I found out the place I'm actually located at, the owner's actually planning to put a granny flat in the backyard, so I'm losing half of my backyard, which sucks. So I actually thought, I was fearing that we would have to move out of this location, and yeah, no, we're all good. So yeah, he's reassured we could stay as long as we want, and he's all cool with it. So yeah, I was worried about it because I'm like, I've got so much stuff. Like, I'm trying to save up to buy a car at the moment and get my license and get a car. So I'm saving up for a car at the moment, and I want something decent because I want to go around, Australia a lot. Not completely around Australia, but go to Queensland and Victoria and do truck spotting, and whatnot, and all these events that are on. I want to get to them, so with the truck events. And we've got some absolute damn doozies coming up. So starting around mid next month, we've got a truck event on. It's not just trucks as well, this one coming up in February, so there'll be other stuff as well. But it'll be a great video nonetheless. If you like your vehicles and machines and machinery, and especially farm equipment and whatnot, I highly recommend you check this one out. It's really cool. Speaking of farm equipment, I've seen a truck today with 3 tractors on the back of the trailer. Absolute damn doozy. I think they're John Deere's as well. So yeah, really cool. They were green, so I can only think John Deere. So yeah. Be coming up on tomorrow's episode of Don's Truck Spotting Australia from the M7 motorway at Quakers Hill. I need to go and edit that still, so I'd like to thank Mr. Badme as well for putting me onto the editing software that he uses as well, that drops the gigabytes down on my uploaded videos massively and keeps the quality of the videos intact. So, yeah, I'd like to thank him for that. So, yeah, the editing software is great. The uploaded video I premiered earlier with American Truck, that was actually edited by the new editing software I'm using. And, yeah, that was a 80 gigabyte file originally, and turns out that it turned out from 80 gigabytes to only 5 gigabytes. And it still kept the quality. So, yeah, it was good. Actually, no, that wasn't an 80 gig. Sorry, that was a 44 gigabyte file. But, keeps the quality intact, and, yeah, nothing changed on it at all. It's just the file size dropped like no tomorrow. So I'm cheering. Hey, there goes the inner city. What's Netflix giving me a notification for? I don't care about that. I only care about the rest. I only got it because of the wrestling. There is some other good stuff on Netflix, though. Bottled water? Yeah, oh, you're gonna need that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not the type of day that you want to be drinking anything else, like especially alcohol, you know, or anything. Yeah, Coca-Cola or anything like the cola related, you know, like that's just yeah. You think that quenches you first? No, it doesn't. Even if you throw a bit of Cotty's green cordial into that, you know, or the red cordial, yeah, great, yeah. I like my cordial, like when I do my cordial, I don't like it rich, I like it watery. So it's, yeah, it's nice. And it's got to be the green, of course, green cordial. Or some orange juice. I like the Woolworths orange juice. It's not too bad. I actually watered that down a lot, and yeah, it's great. I get way more out of the bottle by doing that. Way more. Something about ironing a fart out again. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Chris is not on our stream tonight again. I noticed, but his time would be 7 p.m. actually. It's 8 p.m. local time, ladies and gentlemen. 7:30 p.m. South Australia, and 5 p.m. in Western Australia. The mighty Scorchers, yeah, boy, and 7 p.m. in Queensland and 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, New South Wales, ACT, Victoria and Tasmania. G'day. Wherever you are around the world, welcome aboard. UK, it's your morning. Welcome aboard. East Coast of the US, it's your morning. Good morning, USA. Make a rap song out of that. Good morning, USA. Hey. Good morning, USA. Hey. Don't get me started. You won't beat me in the rap battle. Especially if I start playing gangster. I know the words of my rap song Gangster that I did. Folks, I made a rap song called Gangster. And I know every single word of it. It's been around. I've had it for a few years now. I just know every word of the song. It's got a really good beat to it. That's my side hobby. Anyway, we are 2.1 kilometers to our next station. We got a couple more stops along the way. 4, 5. We got a fair few. We're on the Stuttgart route. S-Bahn service. 423. 3 kilometers to our next stop. It's Luxembourg. Yeah, I was brutally honest at the Dovetails preview stream for the Class 805. I seen the chat was up and running already, so I had to put my 2 bob in, straight away about, I'm going to get the DLC, there's no question about it, but I just don't like the fact that you're releasing it before you fix the passenger behavior problems, And it's not just Houston. This has been an outstanding issue as well, as long as I can remember. There's a lot of text issues and all that stuff, with the memory issues and multiple other issues that have gone on with the game for years and years. It's just, typical Dovetail. I just think it's wrong, to be releasing more content for a route that's still broken with no passengers. Sprawling out Houston of all places. Come on.
You're on Midweek World of Trains, episode 243.
Yeah, I ended up pulling the trigger on that free train sim that's been around for 25 years. It's finally gone to Steam. I haven't played it yet. I haven't had the chance to. I also downloaded the demo of a new bus sim called Busbound. I'm quite interested in that, and I'm very interested in the building sim Metropolis coming out. Yes, I know Tropico 7's coming, and I've been a fan of Tropico in the past. I've played Tropico, and I've never really sort of understand the system though. El Presidente. So, but, yeah, Tropico sort of just, really hasn't evolved too much. But I'm, interested in this new building sim that's coming out. And, sort of reminds me of sort of like SimCity 4 mixed with City Skylines 1. It's just got that feel. I hope there's a sandbox mode, so we'll see where we go. So my simulation roots come from building simulation. That's where it all started. 1989, first ever SimCity. And I grew up here in Sydney, and the Australian Museum that was here in Sydney next to Hyde Park, there was a museum, and they had touch screens back in the days even before iPads were or iPhones were such a thing. Or any touchscreens were such a thing, So, that's where I learnt my skills on touchscreens and everything. But that's these simulation things there. just got to pull up in time. Just get out of here. It's a short station. Oh. Oh, that's actually quite funny. Yeah, but I didn't really get fully into simulation until SimCity 2000, and I had it on the Apple. So I went to a special school when I was growing up, SSP school. I suffered with ADHD, obviously. I was born. I had meningitis when I was 6 months old. I actually died and got revived. Yeah, I just had behavioural problems. All I wanted to do in school really is just chase the chicks and play football. That was it. And I was very popular. I was basically, that's where the Godfather name came from. I was the Don in school, that's it. Everyone loved me. All right, I had my people that didn't, but it was very rarely many of them. The ones that didn't really survive. Didn't really survive. But yeah. It was case of where the Godfather name come from. But yeah, no, I got into SimCity 2000 on the Apple computers, and yeah, I remember the $500,000 password. Used to give you $500,000. It was big long letters, long word, PORNTIPSGUZZARDO, something like that. It was just like, yeah, I probably missed a couple of letters there, but it was something like that. That was the days of password, like cheat codes. God, if you're old school gamer like me, cheat codes, like, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, the kids these days wouldn't know what the hell's a cheat code? What's that? This, one button to do a fatality, one button to do an abnormality, friendship, or anything on Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo. These kids are gonna remember it. No, not gonna notice. Yeah, one button fatality. Mortal Kombat back in the days. They really got to work on these announcements on the stations, eh? They really got to spread them along the platform more. Like, we knew this would be a learning curve anyway, but they've got to start somewhere, obviously, and build on it. It's the same with the passenger information system, you know, that was very plain at first, wasn't it? And if you're a veteran like me, and obviously that started in the same time we started Midweek World of Trains. So it's yeah, grown massively since. Not massive, but it's yeah, better than what it was. And the next stop is our final stop on this trip. I've seen the new rail driver type controller today, actually. I've seen that there's a nice metal black one out now with big levers and stuff. I'm very keen on it, eh? But the price, you know, around almost 600 Australian dollars. Yeah, not keen on the price. It looks good and everything. It looks awesome. So I'm considering it, but like I said, I'm saving up for a car and everything. Like, I don't really want to be spending that particular money. If I was going to spend that sort of money, I would spend a bit more and get, you know, I would upgrade my wheel for American Truck and Euro into a Monza, you know, a Monza wheel or something like that, you know. But that being said, you know, as soon as I get my license and everything, I'm going to be more out abroad and wanting to do stuff more outdoors, and, you know, with my truck spotting and stuff. So, and obviously taking my daughter places and whatnot. So, yeah, I like it and everything. It looks good. I've seen British Aces reviewed it, and was it Blue Games, I think? Blue Games also. I was actually watching Blue Games' review. That's who I was watching. I seen the British Ace had a review. It was up on the thing there, but on the Google search. But I seen that Blue Games had one. So I watched his one review of it, and yeah, he was brutally honest with it and whatnot, and seeing, you know, all the plastic parts inside of it, you know, were pretty obvious. But sturdy and everything, it looked good. It definitely the handles and everything way better than the plastic looking rail driver we've had for donkey's years. Like I said to you guys, I've been looking, you know, for somebody to really get it to the market to start doing, you know, more rail driver style, you know, simulation controllers for us rail fans. And this one is yeah, quite unique, and yeah, it looks better. It looks more sturdy, more hardcore, I could say. So yeah, I'm considering it, like I said, but price wise, really needs to drop. Alright, let me get in here. Okay, so there we have that one. A nice, lovely trip there on the Stuttgart Hellborn route. The German Deutsche Bahn experience. Very good. Alright. Well, you're on Midweek World of Trains. This is episode 243 this week. And no, we're not leaving yet. No, do not bring that up yet. Alright. Probably heard the music in the backdrop just then anyway. You probably heard a train in the backdrop. Anyway, that's from the YouTube library, by the way, so that's not copyright. So, right. I always read the thing to make sure that it's not, you know, every time before I download one of them and put it on the stream. So, yeah, no, it's been cleared, so it's all good. Right. Yes, Polizia Corridor. It's there. I know. I've actually got the Caltrain livery. Not gonna say no more. Right. Well, this is somewhere we haven't been for a while. Edinburgh, Glasgow. It's been a while since actually been on here. And we're going to take the class 380 for a ride. Oh, actually, we got the hell in here. Look at this. Oh, yeah. We got this one. We got this baby just here. Let's take this for a ride. Actually, we've already taken that sort of style train tonight. Actually, let's take the 380. From Croy to Glasgow, Queen Street. Get a bit of cloud again. Win. There we go. Let's go. It's a Glasgow. All right. This is 2N58 service, and we are heading to Glasgow Queen Street, the class 380, the Scott Rail livery. Master key, forward, lighting, we'll put the interior lights on. Air conditioning on, previous. We'll put that in, and we're going to put the journey code in. Got to put that in there. Accept that, and we shall open up these doors. Safety systems on, and okay. So, yep, it's all good. Doors. Okay. Braking system. Okay, close the doors. Five miles to Lindsay. I shall get rid of the camera again. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who turned out the lights? Hey. Imagine if this was a fault, alright, and all of a sudden you're going along and all of a sudden this happens. What the hell? Especially if you're coming into a platform and it happens, it'll be like, what? Just give me a second, folks. I'm just going to double check and see if my old man's home, actually. Sorry about that. Yeah, my dad's still not home, and it's like it's going into the night time now. Like it's, yeah. I know he's on a big job today. My dad does gardens and lawns, but sometimes he takes on bigger jobs, and yeah, he's apparently on a big job. The big jobs he gets big money, so he takes them on. This is my dad. He's been working since he was freaking bloody 14 years old. I actually thought I was going to run over that station then. I actually pulled up short. Good brakes. I wonder if they fixed I know this train because it's sideways the way it is. I wonder if they fixed the weather, the rain for this one. I know that the 323. Jesus Christ, you all seen that just then, didn't you? Look at this. Yep, look at that. That's been an issue since this route even got released. It's a passenger problem. It's a passenger behavior. It's just like, talk about safety. I don't know how they have some of these train licenses still with this shit going on, you know, like passengers going on onto the railways and all this stuff and not actually showing up on the platforms and stuff. I don't even know how they have a license for any of these railway companies because of that. How can these railway companies let them? It's just... They already lost the license to Carl Train, we know that. But, obviously we found a solution. Yeah, the cricket game was tonight, wasn't it? Delayed? Why is there a delay? Oh, they're bloody playing at Ninja Stadium. They must be f***ing Hobart, right? Far out. Guaranteed there's a shite load of rain. Ah, fucking hell. So what happens now? Because this game's gotta not go ahead. Did Hobart get eliminated because of that? Yeah, there's a heap of rain. That's definitely not going ahead at all. This is that's terrible. That's sad. You know, like if the Hobart Hurricanes, you know, get eliminated because of that, or the other team gets eliminated because of that, the weather. Like, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. If that was my team, you know, it's like the first game of the season. I'm a Perth Scorchers fan in the Big Bash cricket tournament we have here in Australia. Always been a Scorchers fan, always will be. And our team made the final this year. But on the first game of the year, it was actually the Scorchers playing. I think it was actually against the Sixers too. And the game was delayed, and there was a big thunderstorm in Perth. And I'm thinking, what? There's never a thunderstorm when they play there. And all the years we played there, and I've been calling for ages for us to be the first game of the season, and because we're always usually the last ones off the ranks to play in the first round of the Big Bash. And we finally got the first game of the year, and it was a damn bloody thunderstorm. I'm thinking, holy crap, there's never a storm in Perth, and there's never been delays in any of the games we've played there because of weather. It was very rare. I'm thinking, oh great, we're going to get a bloody draw in the first game of the year. Nah, we played and we won. But yeah, some of the shots I was showing with the video, on the TV with the bolts and that close to the stadium, bam. I'm thinking, holy crap, this is very rare for Perth to be getting something like this. Because usually when they get storms, they get the lightning and that, but they don't get the rain like it was. Okay, the next stop is Glasgow Queen Street. We'll get a jump on that. Yeah, I reckon they found an issue with the Class 805. I think originally they had it planned to release this Wednesday. Because it's just funny how last week they cancelled it. And they didn't give us a reason why. And look, we know for a fact that they found an issue with this mod. So that's what I'm really concerned about. Did they find a fix for it? They're probably going to come up with some bullshit excuse tonight with the stream that the reasons why they cancelled it. But we all know for a fact that there was an issue behind the scenes, and they don't want to tell us what it was. But it is good in a way that they actually did. If it turns out that it was an issue, I'd like to see somebody actually tell them, say, come on, spit the truth. Please tell us why you delayed the stream last week, and don't beat around the bush. We want to know if there was a problem, so, and that you guys actually found a fix for it. before it actually gets out there. Because if that's the case, then I praise Dovetail for that, because now they finally are starting to realise that they need to start squashing these bugs before they get out to us. And I hope it becomes a standard. I know they've said this in the past. Oh, they've got new tools to try to fix it, do this and do that. Which we all know that's a load of crap. Because it's continuously happened. So, like I said, I've always had hope that they finally find a solution around this continuous, sucking up and finally, start seeing positive feedback from us instead of continuous negativity. And like I said, I'm not crying about the game this year, I know, like Dragon said earlier, he knows what it's all about. So we leave it at that and say no more. Coming in the Glasgow Queen Street. I played a game on DX12. I used custom engine settings. I used Nivea control panel settings. Unfortunately, I can't use Nivea Reshade or Reshade itself because it just smashes the game up. Unfortunately, Nivea Reshade can't use because it's not supported for Train Sim World. There we go. We've got some lights now. Approaching Glasgow Queen Street. Sort of reminds me of Liverpool Westfields, except it's blue, not... is it white now? It used to be green back in the OG days, but... Sort of got that dome, 90s style dome. Keep smashing up the camera. I don't know why. Must be a visible wall there somewhere. Okay. Well, there we have that one. Lovely doubly. I'll bring myself back in here, and we have a platinum medal in the Glasgow. Edinburgh, Glasgow. It's been a while since I've actually done anything on there, so I thought that was a nice little change. And I hope you did enjoy. Okay. Let's return to the main menu. Alright, so let's go to our trains. We'll do something else. All right, so let's now take a little trip on the London Overground. This will be... Actually, we can't do that. That's good. Let's do some Midlands. Midlands action. We'll take a HST. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Midlands 90s. That sounds great. Right, let's do a 1442 service. And we'll do this in a little bit of white cloud again. And a wind stream. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Here we go with some Midlands action. You're with the Godfather, the Aussie Don, a 2023 Week 16 loading screen contest winner for Train Sim World, and 2 times in 2023 for Train Sim Classic loading screen contest winner. I won Week 16 in Train Sim World's contest, Deutsche Bahn Week. Week 6 on Train Sim Classics contest with Landmarks Week. And week 26 with Sunrise Week on Train Sim Classic in 2023. Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic former contest winner. 3 times Dovetail Games contest winner. All right, 1D 42 London Euston St Pancras to Nottingham is this service. Here we go with HST. Put that into forwards. We shall open up those doors. TBWS and AWS operational. You know the drill, you know the frill. Oh, okay. We don't, the livery's not working. What? Why? You all see me pick that livery, yeah? Okay. Must be an issue there. Not to worry. Anyway, we'll go with this. It's a HST. We're not complaining. Obviously, if you're not aware, if you're in Australia, you know that the the XPT, which is retiring here in Australia, is based off the HST. Wait for that to pump up the air brakes, bring down the bogies, and we're off and running. East Midland Parkway, 17 miles, and then we are stopping at Nottingham Station. I'll lose the camera again. Hasta la vista. Any questions regarding Train Sim World? You might be just getting into Train Sim World. You want a suggestion or what you think I recommend for you guys to purchase for Train Sim World? I recommend you guys to hold off for the sales. That's obvious. If you like your German content, you can't go past Hemstrucker Ra Rule, absolute gem. S-Bahn Frankfurt is an absolute beast, but I love it. It's really cool. The Stuttgart route is great. Rapid Transit, another great choice. First German DLC in Train Sim World, and yeah, such a great route. Could definitely is due for overhaul. Like, it needs a rework, but it's just a iconic release. The original timetable, not so much. It, you used to have to go from one end to the other. It was just 70 minutes on average. So yeah, but when they preservation crew, Adam works for Rivet now. He worked on the rework and new timetable and stuff, and yeah, it was just a blessing, absolute blessing. Really brought the route back to life. Certainly is a nice train. This one is definitely. It's a great route, the Midlands. It's nice. It all depends what you guys are sort of into. If you like your freight, you like your passenger, you like your US content, your UK content, your German content. There's a French route, obviously, the LGV Mediterranean. It's alright, it's nice. I've actually always called for the Avalon to Lyon, actually, the other part of it, but it's actually over 200 kilometers long. So it's probably a bit too much, but I've always actually called for that because there's not really too much going for it. Sort of built up city wise. You don't really get the city built up until you're going to the outskirts of Lyon and then into Lyon itself. But yeah, I've always actually called for that second part of the LGV Mediterranean. But anyway. Nice to see a sort of S-Bahn sort of style French route, to be honest. I think we're definitely overdue for that. And also, I love to see another Dutch route, of course. I know that the Amsterdam's kind of Train Sim Classic, but it would be nice to see another one in Train Sim World, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to end up happening. Be nice to see the double stack train, Dutch train actually. Alright, looks like my old man's home, folks, so I need to mute the mic for a couple minutes. So stand by and enjoy the rest of this trip. We'll talk to you guys soon. This is Midweek World of Trains, episode 243. January 21st, 2025. 6. Jesus Christ. 20. I did it there. I did it. See, we win 2025 for too long. 2026. All right. Okay. So we're close to the parkway now. I need to start slowing down. We've got a train in front. All right. That's all right. We'll just cruise. That's why it's very hard to keep with the timetable, folks, because you got this type of stuff happening. Oh, there's the power plant. That's where we're going to, folks. That's where the stop is at. We're approaching East Midlands Parkway. Mind the gap when leaving the train for the platform. Another HST. This is East Midlands Parkway. East Midlands Parkway. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is one of them that's been suffering with... Oh, no, it's got passengers. I think this suffers with passengers coming on and off, though. See, this is another one that needs really fixing up. Okay. The reason I'm doing that is so I can actually get the bar back up. And that's not so bad then. Okay. These were terrible when this got first released. This was shocking, this route actually. It's massively improved since. So yeah, this has technically had a overhaul. You know, sort of had the preservation crew sort of style polish to it, and yeah. All right, let's go. Nottingham Station, 7.5 miles. Yeah, so if you love your countryside sort of style UK content, this is definitely one that I recommend. It's really nice. It's you've got the HST, you can't go wrong. brake services, as well as the stop-start services with a 158. The first 158 in Train Sim World was on this route. This one has the doors that close, and the final one closes about 5-10 seconds later. Let's give it a little save just to be safe. Then we're 2 miles out from our destination. So don't forget, Dovetail will be previewing the Class 805 officially later on today. So it will be early hours Thursday morning here in Australia. Unfortunately, I won't be on the live chat, but I have left a little message there, which probably will be deleted by Dovetail, because they don't like it when people speak the truth. But hey, it's a brutally honest answer question. You know, what's happening with the issues with the passengers? Is it getting fixed? You know, like Euston Station, no passengers, is not London. It's not London. And then we've got the London Overground route with the same problem. So, you know, both of the London Overground routes. You know, the other one, you know, with the passengers circling in and out of the doors and all that and being on the tracks is not ideal. Mind the gap. More like, I'm sorry, I'm running over you. You know what I mean? Like, it's gone on for way too long. Texture problems, you know. All right, fair enough. But, you know, we need a fix on that. But that's more so for you console players. And I feel you guys because, yeah, that's where I started with Train Sim World. So back in the OG era, in the original Northeast Corridor, the Hell's Gate Bridge, beautiful. It's coming back to Trains in the World. Looking forward to the February route map. Hopefully we get some more actual footage of the Northeast Corridor. The return of the NEC original OG section, as well as you know what I really want to see? I want to see the photos of the second part of the tier that they're doing for the Grand Central Tunnel. That would be absolutely fantastic. I remember the original route of that, actually, the Penn Station, actual Pennsylvania Station in New York. It was actually, they had the green columns on in that station. That was the difference between that one and the Long Island Railroad version. And yeah, I remember the green sort of coloured pillars that were in on that version. That was built on the old system, and that's why they couldn't. Yeah, obviously they revived it now, and obviously doing it all from scratch again. Which is something I called for, God, for ages, and yeah, that was one particular route I was hoping that would get a standard and be better. And yeah, it is. It's good. I would have liked to have seen it go to New Haven, but anyway, that's me. All right. Yeah, a couple of HSTs in there. Beautiful. Lovely. Let me get myself back in here. There we are. Whoop, I'm behind the mic. It's been a lovely stream. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. We're just waiting for proceedings to finish off here. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel and you love your trains, you're not a true rail fan. Click that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. We are going to be back next Wednesday with the Class 805 special. Do look forward to that. Episode 244 next Wednesday. Do note, subject to change, if there's weather or anything like that that's going to screw us over. I remember rightly last time that this happened, I think I had to wait here for like 10 minutes or something, and then it finally clicked over. This is like a real HST, actually. It's a waiting time. Let me close the doors, see what happens. All right, there we go. Lovely, doubly. I knew there was a little delay there. I knew that. It's not as long as I thought it would be this time. So we've got a platinum there as well. Lovely, awesome, good stuff. That's all we got time for this edition of the Trains